And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Enlightenment to All, live from Washington State on YouTube. As an effort of my ongoing independent journalism, I have updates to inform everyone of, fresh out of Governor Inslee's office. So let's begin. Effective immediately, all Washingtonians must stay at home unless they are pursuing essential activity, which includes grocery shopping, doctor appointments, essential work duty. You can still go outside, take a walk, ride a bike, garden, but you must remain 6 feet away from everyone at all times. All non-essential businesses must close within 48 hours unless all employees can work from home. Grocery stores, pharmacies, banks, and other essential businesses will remain open. Restaurants can continue to offer takeout and delivery service. More people staying home means fewer people get COVID-19. That will save lives. This order is enforceable by law, but the legal penalties are not what should convince people to follow these orders. The real penalty may be the loss of a loved one to COVID-19. There are 110 Washington families who can tell you the pain of what they are enduring. For the sake of our neighbors, our health workers, our seniors, and others, no one should make a run to the grocery stores to overstock. It each maintains our normal shopping habits. We will avoid the problem of empty shelves. The state built a website for all COVID-19 information, including health recommendations and resources to help workers and businesses impacted by COVID-19. The website is coronavirus.wa.gov. I make this promise to you, we will get through this. Stay home, stay healthy. Thank you, and be well. So as foretold, we have it. The Omega Man lockdown. Welcome to Watchmen. Some people remain convinced that it couldn't happen here in Washington State. Others were calling for it. During the live feed that I was watching, it was a mess. The live feed kept cutting in and out because we had 50, 60, 70,000 people coming in. The chat was rampant with panic and paranoia and questions. Nobody realizing that, in just a few moments, there's going to be a text release and everything will be there for you to review. This herd mentality is insanity. And if we didn't think we saw the crunches on the grocery stores before, we will see them now. But I'm betting that now law enforcement will step in. And basically what this means is law enforcement can now detain you indefinitely if you are conducting any of the following, which is, and I quote, you must remain 6 feet away from everyone at all times, and you must not go out anywhere unless it is to the grocery store, a doctor appointment, or what they deem an essential work duty. So what's going to happen to everyone who wants to go and get a bottle of booze? And what's going to happen to everyone who wants to go get a pack of cigarettes? Are they going to be able to fit that into their grocery list? Are there going to be times where they're not going to have that and they're going to try and roll the dice probably and go get some? If so, the police will pull you over and they will say, well, we have to detain you now. And I'm betting in the future, they will try to formulate some type of jurisdiction which is subject to further prosecution. This is what I was trying to blow the whistle on about weeks ago. This is part of draconian rule being rolled out before our eyes. No one thought it could happen. America has lost all its constitutional rights. I disagree. I believe we have our constitutional rights. It's just a matter of who's willing to fight for them. And that was what it goes down to from the very beginning. But as of this evening, as foretold, the Washington State has gone on basically lockdown. But here we call it a stay home, stay healthy order, as to not incite panic and paranoia. There's much more going on here, everyone. Utilities have been suspended. Rent has been suspended. We've been through pandemics that have come and gone, and these things have not been suspended. Something major is about to pop off. And if you follow any of my journalism, any of the stories that I've been putting on here, or my independent journalism and my links below, all my material, you will know well what's coming. And you'll see how it is orchestrated. You'll see how there is indeed a hidden agenda, and everyone gets caught up in the emotion of it. The Navy ships are coming to port in Seattle, the judgment ships, if you will, with the Red Cross. Nobody can gather socially anymore, so they cannot form against them. This is true, yes? How to get out information now unless you are right here on the internet and all eyes are upon you. I was speaking with a gentleman earlier today who was telling me about his research and development of some type of combustion laser technology, and said that he was basically intimidated to not patenting it, in which a large corporation proceeded to patent it. And I told him my company's been through all the same. It's all too clear to us that we are trying to find liberty where it does not exist. To be quite honest with you, everybody. And if you need more evidence, then perhaps you should look around you. So as for myself, I am well stocked up. I am prepared for what's coming. I am also using alchemy, which is a term that probably is going to scare people away right away because they're programmed to think that it is something that it is not. The cures for whatever going around are all around us. An example is pine needle tea. This is a very potent antiviral. And even vitamin C and vitamin D alone can bolster the immune system enough to fight this off. But people don't know that because people aren't thirsty for knowledge. Thus, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Welcome back, John Rain. 9/11 was a baby bottle. This is the food. In many metaphors, yes, it is. Again, we are still trying to reach out to a mass of people that has no clue, that is still completely trustworthy in the government because of all the good that they have done for us, and completely blinded to what they are actually doing in front of all of us. It's very slow, it's very gradual. As many generations come and go, liberty is signed away with strokes of a pen. I mean, I'm astounded that you can't get within 6 feet of anyone now, or they basically, if you're a targeted individual, they can take you down and detain you indefinitely. And once you're detained, you're subject to whatever's going on in the prisons. So if that's not more evidence of a draconian totalitarian takeover, which is slowly, progressively sweeping through America, then I honestly don't know what is, everyone. As for COVID-19 itself, my theory is that it is a bioweapon. It did originate out of a lab. And think of how many agendas are now being enacted through this bioweapon. Think of how many liberties are being given up because of this bioweapon, as Congress now seeks emergency powers to basically squash whatever remains of the controlled opposition. Soylent Green and Omega Man, both Charlton Heston have scenes in movies that are happening right now. Yes, absolutely. Soylent Green, I Pet Goat. Hollywood gives us the truth, but it's in jest, or it's in a way that people never take seriously until it is manifest in front of them. North Korea is going to be involved in revelation. New York will be destroyed. If New York is destroyed, God bless them all. It's just a gigantic time bomb waiting to go. And my thoughts and prayers are with everyone who is affected by the scenario in any way. And ultimately, I pray for your safety and for your knowledge, because knowledge is going to be the only savior, as I say just about every day on here now. Regarding another interesting development, I've been invited to one of the Q entities forums. I was invited by the Q themselves, or as I know them, the Quorum. Some know them as QAnon, or whatever you wish to call this entity. I still have many reservations about them, but now that I am looking from the inside, I believe I can get some more information. From what I see, they are vastly right-wingers. They are vastly pro-Trump. And these are some of the things that I have reservations about. But I also believe that there is knowledge to be found in all things. Thus, it is wise to pursue all things at some point. So, again, just to touch base with everyone, let's review. Governor Jay Inslee has issued the order this evening. Here's what this means for you and your family. Effective immediately, all Washingtonians must stay home unless they are pursuing essential activity. These include grocery shopping, doctor appointments, essential work duty. You can still go outside, take a walk, ride a bike, garden, but you must remain 6 feet away from everyone at all times. So if you're walking out with someone, you have to be 6 feet away from them, or law enforcement can say you need to be detained. Think of how many loopholes this opens for a total mafia law enforcement cabal takeover, people. Think about it. It's absolute insanity. You have to stay 6 feet away from people. People are not going to do this. And they may actually try to prosecute people for this in the future. What if you're out with your child and you're simply having a walk and you don't want them to stray from your side? 6 feet away from you it's too far for you to reach out and grab them unless you are a giant. This is lunacy. This is lunacy under the cover of controlled opposition takeover. They're trying to change history. Been watching this go down from the beginning. Most of us who have awakened to this. And although many are seeking vindication, I'm not one of them. I don't seek any vindication. I don't seek any acclaim. When I began here in 2011, my goal is to reach one person. Since then, I've reached several. I don't accept any monetary gain from my channel, unlike many other informational channels. I feel that what I'm trying to put out here should not be monetized in any way, because that's part of the problem. How many other people out there that truly claim they're freedom fighters are doing that? Now, am I saying they're not out there? No, they are out there, but they're few and far between. And as for myself here, I'm well stocked up. I'm ready. I have a weapon in every corner of this house. I'm ready when the National Guard comes to my door. And two things are going to make them think twice. The first is when I tell them, bring me to your CO, or there's going to be a crater here. The second is going to be when I'm recording them live as they start talking to me. Oh, yes, you're live on YouTube, Sergeant, Commander, whatever your name is. You have decided to enter the home of an independent journalist. And we're going to see what kicks off at that point. I'm really eager and excited to see as the world turns. But until that time, I'm being blown up with messages. It's funny how nobody cares, nobody gives a shit about anything you have to say until these things pop off. And then before you know it, people you never even heard of are sending you messages saying, I like what you had to say. What can I do? How can I prepare? How quickly many people will be awakened from their slumber. But until that time, I have issued our latest updates out of Washington State today. I will have links in my video description below to everything we've discussed here today, in addition to my independent Jerusalem site, which I highly recommend everyone check out, and in addition to all of my other social networks. So until then, the Watchman, John Rain, everyone else in chat, thank you for coming in. I hope to be more active soon. I wish you all the best. Stay safe, stay intelligent. And if you think this is not coming to your state, it's just a matter of time. With this knowledge, you can prepare. Prepare yourselves now, everyone. And until next time, be well.